The woman deliberately turned on her phone, placed the camera in a dark corner, and then waited for her furious mother-in-law to arrive. She was determined to capture video evidence of her mother-in-law being the first to strike. A scheming woman standing nearby yelled at her to get a divorce right away. But the woman was no longer the doormat of a housewife who let them walk all over her. She grabbed the fried noodles from the table and threw them straight at her mother-in-law. Her action shocked both of them speechless, and instead of backing down when they berated her, the woman grew even more worked up. Just as she was venting her emotions, her husband burst in. Her mother-in-law immediately played the victim, claiming, "Your wife has gone crazy, she even dared to hit me." At that moment, the husband was stunned to see that the unkempt wife he'd seen just the day before was now wearing sophisticated makeup. He stared in disbelief and demanded to know what she was up to. The woman then pulled up the video and said, "Look, my mother-in-law was the one who hit me first. For years, she'd endured everything for the sake of their child, but now even the child had been poisoned by her mother-in-law's influence, and kept saying he wanted the scheming woman to be his mom." In that instant, her heart turned completely cold, and she lost all the will to keep enduring. It turned out that just the day before, the woman had been diagnosed with late-stage liver cancer. She had only 3 months left to live. She thought about her miserable life. She'd given everything for her family, yet even her own son looked down on her as a frumpy housewife. And her husband had even brought another woman home right in front of her. Knowing she had only a few months left, she decided to let go of everything and spend the rest of her days living for herself. By the time her husband got home, she'd already packed her luggage. He'd expected her to hold back again for the child's sake, but instead, she was icy cold and insisted on leaving the house. Her sudden change left him at a loss for what to do. As she walked out the door, her son stopped her and said hurtful things about her. The woman lamented that she'd not only failed at life but also failed to raise her son properly, and that made her feel even more that her life was meaningless. Her mother-in-law screamed, "You're totally out of line. If you walk out this door today, don't you dare come back." Meanwhile, her husband and the scheming woman just stood by and watched coldly, staring at their ugly faces. The woman turned and left without hesitation. She was determined to live the rest of her life to the fullest. So she went to the mall. Remembering her son calling her a frumpy housewife, she decided to give herself a complete makeover that day. After getting dressed up, she looked like a whole new person. And then she went on a shopping spree, buying everything she liked. When she was checking out, an old lady cut in line. In the past, she would have just let it go. But that day, she was determined to stand up for herself. She pushed the old lady aside, swept the old lady's things onto the floor, and told the cashier, "I'm in a hurry, check me out first." The old lady snapped, "What's wrong with you?" But the woman just screamed back, "Yes, I'm sick. Terminal cancer. What about it? Can you cure me?" Her fierce demeanor looked like she was ready to devour someone, and for the first time in a long while, she felt a huge weight lifted off her chest. Not only that, but she also splurged on a